Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines, we are going to be making Machi Bhat. Machi Bhat is a recipe that I have learned from back home. I think it comes from East Africa because it's got a lot of coconut cream in it. The only variation to this recipe that I've done is you usually have it with like rice that has coconut cream or coconut powder in it. We actually, our family loves to have it with saffron rice. That's the only difference that I've done. But if you want to learn how to make this, so basically it's a fish in coconut curry, and it's just it's amazing, creamy and a really delicious dish. If you want to learn how to make this, let's go ahead and discuss all the ingredients. But before we do that, make sure if you like this video to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so, share my videos so that we can share my love of cooking with everybody else, so that we can make more homemade foods. Also, there is a bell right on the right hand side of your screen. Make sure that you hit that so that you get a notification every time a new video has been uploaded. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So we have our fish here. This fish is cod. I bought this at Costco. And for this dish, you want to use a fish called kingfish. I can't get a hold of kingfish here, so I'm gonna go ahead and use cod. I've used cod. I don't like to use salmon, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I used mahi-mahi, and I'm okay with mahi-mahi. Anything that's a meaty fish, I like to use in my machi paka. So what we're gonna do is I have 6 pieces here. They're really nice fillets. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move this off to the side. What I'm going to do is take a bowl, and we're going to add all the marination in this bowl. Once we get it in the bowl, we're going to mix it, then we're going to put it into the marination. We're going to get that on the side, and then I'm going to talk about the curry ingredients. All right, so into our bowl here, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil, and I love using olive oil for this dish. I'm going to do a good tablespoon of ginger and garlic, and this is my fresh ginger and garlic. So if you haven't watched the video on how to do it, please do so. I'll put up a link above so it takes you right to it. All right, so in goes ginger garlic. Then I'm going to do a tablespoon of my chili garlic sauce, which is the sambal that I use. Now, if you don't get sambal, it's okay, use whatever you have on hand. For me, this is what I have on hand. I love this product, so I use this in almost all my cooking. All right, next we're gonna add about a teaspoon of salt. Next goes in our turmeric, and I have about, you don't need much turmeric in here, but I've got about 1/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric. I'm gonna give this just a quick mix. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a teaspoon of lemon pepper, and this is completely optional. If you don't get lemon pepper, add extra lemon juice in there and add a little bit of pepper in there. That's completely fine. Now I have half of a lemon here that I'm going to squeeze the juice in there. Right. Next goes in a tablespoon of my Kashmiri red chili powder, and that can also, you can adjust that to cayenne if you like, or Cajun seasoning if you like. So really, it's really up to you what you want to do. So see, now we have a really nice marinade here. And I don't know, for some reason I always like to mix my marinade separately than just to add it to the whole fish here. All right, now I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. I'm gonna put this in the oven. First, I'm gonna let it marinate for about 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. We're gonna turn it around. We're gonna quick broil it for about a minute, and then our fish is gonna be ready. Now, let's go ahead and work on our, okay. For our curry, what we're gonna do is I am going to start putting things into the pot and explain to you the amounts and what it is. Also, do not forget to go back in that if you need, you know, all the measurements and the method of doing it is in the description box below. Also, head over to www.raihanasrecipes.com. All my recipes are there also. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, if you've been following my recipes, you know that I don't drench my food with a lot of oil. I just don't feel like I need it, and I don't miss it. My family doesn't miss it. So 2 tablespoons is more than enough. You love using olive oil, so I'm going to stick with olive oil. So that now I'm going to add about a teaspoon of ginger and garlic to the oil. And this is fresh ginger and garlic. To this, I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of my chili garlic sauce, which is the sambal that I use. Now, again, if you don't have that, don't sweat it. Use any chili sauce you like. Even if you've made red chutney at home, use that, whatever works for you. All right, while that's heating up, I'm going to add a tablespoon of my green chutney inside. Now, if you want to learn how to do the green chutney, I'll put up a link. It'll go up on the right hand side of the screen just about now. Make sure you watch that. Okay. I'm going to give this a stir. Let the ginger and garlic cook up just a little bit. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste in here. Now, you want to cook the tomato paste until it's really nice and maroon in color. That way your dishes are going to be stepped up a little bit, but just because cooking up the tomato paste with the ginger and garlic and the green chutney and letting it cook just gives it that really amazing taste. All right, so I'm gonna increase the heat just a little bit. Let this cook. In the meantime, I am going to talk about my curry starter kit, which is right here. I'm using about half of the bag, so I'm thinking it's about a cup and a half, 2 cups of it. Now, if you have not been following my videos, check out my curry starter kit. I will post it again on this side of the screen, on your right hand side of the screen, on how to do it. I have probably 15-20 packs right now in the freezer. It makes my life so much easier. Say if you don't have them, if you really want to make it, just grind up about 3 tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, which are small, half of an onion, and then whatever else you like serrano peppers in there. You could use jalapenos, you could use Anaheim. You grind it all up, and this is what you're gonna come up with, okay? But this has just been my lifesaver. I love this stuff. All right, so now I feel that the tomato paste has cooked up really well, and we can actually smell that a curry has been going on. So at this point, I am going to go ahead and add my curry starter kit into the mixture here, just like that. All right, we'll give this mix. Now, the curry starter kit is already cooked. If you are doing it from scratch, then you want to give it a bit more time for the tomatoes and the onions to cook up so that they're not raw. So I'm just gonna cook this up just a little bit because ours is already cooked. Now, to this, I'm also going to go ahead and add about half a teaspoon of turmeric. Now, for this recipe, I really wanted to use fresh coriander, but just took it out of the fridge and it's bad. So it's okay, I had to go with plan B. What I have done is I have some dried coriander here, so I'm gonna use that. But for this dish, if you have the fresh, it's really good idea to use the fresh because I love the taste of the fresh. but that's okay, I don't have it. Now I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of salt. And I'm gonna give it a taste test, and I'm gonna make sure that all the seasoning is according to my palate. Now, if I feel like I need a little bit more sourness, then we'll add a little bit more lemon pepper in there, but we'll see. Wow. Everything is really perfect. I thought I was gonna be able to add, I would need more lemon pepper in there, but I'm perfectly fine. So this is great. What I'm going to do at this point is add my coconut cream in here, which is 17.8 flash ounces of coconut cream. Now, if you've been following my recipes, I always mention do not buy coconut milk. It's a waste of money, because what they do is they just take the cream and they add water in it, so you have the short end of the stick. So if you buy the coconut cream, if you don't want to use the whole lot, refrigerate it or even freeze it, that you can use it the next time, and then add as much of the water that you want on top of it. So this way you're not buying like just the milk. So now I did that, but now we're a family of 6 and I feel like I need more gravy in there, so I'm going to go ahead and add another 6.8 flash ounces of coconut cream. Now this part of the recipe, this coconut cream here, 6.8 flash ounces, is completely optional. So if you feel that you don't want to add more cream in there and you don't want too much gravy in there, then just leave this out. Don't add this part of the cream in there, okay? But from where we come from, East Africa, when we have this this paka is supposed to be super thick, and I'm also going to be having this for leftovers tomorrow, so I can edit this video and get it out to you guys. So, it depends if you're using if you're in East Africa and you're using fresh turmeric, obviously the color is going to be amazing. So now I feel like I'm getting the color, and then once also it starts bubbling, the color will intensify. All right, so I got all that in. I'm gonna let this come to a boil, and this is a super simple recipe. I add my dried cilantro in there. All right, so I want to have you guys take a look at this. This fish, exactly 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, and it's already started flaking, and you just want to put your fork in and take a look, and it's just beautiful. It's just completely cooked through. Now I'm going to take the juices, I'm going to add that to our curry, just like that. All right, put that on this side. Okay. Now you just want this to cook for a good, I would say a good 2 minutes, just because you just want all that flavor of the fish and the coconut to kind of mix in together. And then after 2 minutes, I'm going to show you how I'm going to serve this. Now what I'm going to do is, this is the way I'm going to serve it with. I'm just going to add my rice, just like that. Okay, and then what we'll do is we're going to add some curry on the side and a piece of fish. Got my fish, just like that. Add a little bit more curry on the side, just like that. Okay, and then on top of this goes more of my coriander and some mint. And this is a fantastic dish. Let's go ahead and give this a taste test. I want you to take a look at this dish. It smells amazing in here. And honestly, times like this, I wish I could eat rice, but that's okay. What I am going to be doing is, because I'm low carb, I'm going to be eating this with a salad. But just to do a taste test, I will quickly go ahead and do a taste test for you. So let's go ahead and cut into this. So got my saffron rice, some of the curry. This dish definitely screams Africa. Definitely brings back so many memories. Oh wow, it's absolutely delicious. I'll show you the way the fish is just flaking. Look at this white, beautiful fish. I just feel like keep on eating it. It's absolutely delicious. So don't forget, if you make this dish, go ahead and hashtag Raihanascuisines. I would love to see pictures of it. Upload it on Instagram, Facebook. I have a page on Facebook. I would love to see your creations. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihanascuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. See you then, friends.